And we start at 10. Tulsa Public Schools Board of Education is meeting right now talking about whether to give the interim superintendent, Dr. Ebony Johnson, the job full time. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shay Rozzi. Sarah has the night off. Let's get right to Fox 23's Alex Cash. She's live at the meeting for us. Alex, it's still going on.
That's right. You can see the room behind me. This is where all the public discussion has been going on this evening. The board has, in the last 30 minutes, gone into executive session to talk about this privately. Many people here tonight have spoken very passionately about this on both sides of this debate. To give you an idea of how much of a hot topic this is, this meeting started at 6:30 this evening. Now, there's a lot of support for Dr. Johnson, but some other people don't know if this is the right time to stop the search for a new superintendent. A packed-out meeting of the Tulsa Public School Board gave Interim Superintendent Dr. Ebony Johnson a standing ovation as she set out some of the things she says she's been working hard on over the past 57 days that she's been in the job.
We're going to be helping all of our students who are demonstrating a critical need, no matter what your race, culture, background, walk of life is, because all of our students deserve an equitable opportunity to be successful.
Dr. Johnson was speaking at the Tulsa Public School Board meeting as the board decided if they wanted to offer her the job permanently. There was a lot of discussion over whether the board should give up the national search for a superintendent. 22 people spoke out about this in the public comments, some backing her, saying TPS needs Dr. Johnson permanently so it can meet the demands of the state superintendent, Ryan Walters.
There's not time for us to not have a permanent leader if we want to meet those goals. And I think our superintendent of Oklahoma needs to decide if he wants it to happen fast or not. And if he does, then this is what we have to do.
But others spoke out against, saying the search for a superintendent should continue.
Please don't make a mistake by naming Dr. Johnson as our new superintendent tonight. No organization with a $750 million a year budget would think of hiring a new top administrator without doing a formal search process, certainly not without soliciting any applications.
Tulsa Mayor G.T. Bynum has already publicly backed Dr. Johnson, and State Representative John Waldron, who was at the meeting Monday, told me he also supports her too.
I like Johnson's resolve, and I like her long-term commitment. She has experience. She's of this community, she's lived in this community, and she understands our problems. Unlike State Superintendent Ryan Walters, we ought to listen to her and not to him.
Well, all of this comes as the state takeover from the state superintendent, Ryan Walters, is still up in the air. Walters released a statement saying, amongst other things, quote, "The State Board of Education will not sit around idly while continuing to let TPS continue down the trajectory they were on under the previous leadership." Dr. Johnson released her own letter in reply to that earlier on, calling his memo, quote, "misleading and completely false." We'll bring you the outcome of this meeting as soon as we get it. Covering news that matters, I'm Alex Cash, Fox 23 News.